To KBR Reviews, I'm Special K.
And I'm Radar, and today we've got Ok2berfest from Two Roads. It is a Marzen-style lager, and it's 5.8% alcohol by volume. And I'm excited because I don't think we've done any Two Roads beers before.
I feel like we might have seen one or two, or maybe we did one early on, but yeah, I don't think it's, you know.
Also, I get to drink another Ok2berfest because 'tis the season! Ooh, that's nice.
That's another video we need to do, is our favorite season for beer. That'll be a good one. All right. Lighter than... It's not as coppery as I was expecting.
Yeah, no. Head is kind of palish brown, palish khaki.
If you ever seen The Simpsons, it looks like a duff.
It kind of does, yeah. That's
got the
actually
color of
really
Duff.
similar. If we had the right glasses, I'll bet you it would look exactly like Duff. Much bigger glasses.
Hint of cinnamon? Maybe clove?
Weirdly enough,
Maybe banana?
a little bit of.
Yeah, there's a tiny bit of nana.
There's cloves in there.
There's a tiny bit of nana and cloves.
Definitely cloves in here.
Nana and cloves.
This is not what I was expecting to smell.
I already don't like that smell because, like I said, I'm very traditional in my Oktoberfests.
Well, I mean,
But,
the can is kind of a mashup of things that are traditional and things that are definitely not traditional. But I mean, it's a pretty good beer.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's not an Oktoberfest.
Very spiced.
It's too hoppy, too.
There's definitely cinnamon in this, and the cinnamon makes it taste more sweet than it probably actually is because cinnamon enhances sweetness. Nutmeg. There's nutmeg in this as well.
It's weirdly dry at the beginning.
That's odd.
There's nutmeg or something along those lines in it. It's a little too hot for it for an Oktoberfest too. I'm thinking saying that.
Maybe it is a little bit hoppy. It doesn't strike me as overly hoppy. I think you have to look for the hops to get the hops.
The more I drink it, the more I like it.
The spices.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spices.
It's not as noticeable after the second or third drink. I think we were already smelling it, so we were kind of like, we knew it was going to be there. They're very subtle.
Still tastes like cinnamon and nutmeg. This seems like it might be a Christmas style beer. Like if I bought this during Christmas time and they were like, Santa Claus's happy beer, I could believe it.
It reminds me of crackers. That's what it is. Crackers, like white saltine crackers. That's what I'm getting on the middle. Yeah, like
okay.
A plain, like off-brand Kroger brand. Not
Gotcha.
Not the Keebler Elf brand.
Like the toastiness?
Yeah, like especially when you get the darker toasted ones. Every once in a while you get a box and they're particularly dark. Like that.
I can kind of get the toastediness of them, yeah. Still, just it's got a lot of spices in it. It's got more spices in it than it should have. The number of spices that should be in an Oktoberfest are none.
It does have I would say the spices are definitely there, but they're not as prominent as you're making it out to be. Though I do agree that they should not be in an Oktoberfest. That being said, I think this beer, it's not bad. It's just not a particularly good Oktoberfest. I'm just going to go with a 5.
This should be called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Rain Beer. Like, it should not be called an Oktoberfest.
Because I would drink this can, no problem.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good beer.
Just if you told me it was an Oktoberfest, I'd be like,
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
You fool. No, I think it's a good beer. I'm just thrown off by their decision to make it an Oktoberfest. Maybe should have held off until the end of the year to make this a beer, but I'll give this a 6. I think it's a good beer. It is not an Oktoberfest though. This is not an Oktoberfest.
I mean, there's definitely effort put into it, but yeah, it's not quite what I was expecting.
It's got a pretty complex flavor. I like spices in beer. Just
You know, I think part of the issue with some craft breweries is they're overcomplicating specific. An Oktoberfest beer is a very simple style of beer.
It is, yes.
It's not complicated.
It doesn't have to be complex at all, honestly.
A basic lager or Pilsner, again, not a complicated beer. Like, they're making it complicated for no reason.
That does happen a lot, and that's driven a lot by guys who wear sweaters and woolly hats when it's 80 degrees outside.
And this said, like, special edition spiced Oktoberfest. I'm like, all right, they're doing a spin on it, whatever. but that is not what that says. It's very traditional in the can look, and it is not. I would not call that a traditional Oktoberfest in any way. I cannot tell you how much I paid for this. I don't remember. It isn't a pint can. I'll give it that.
Yeah,
that's a plus.
I would say, I'd say go ahead and buy a single of it. No, I'm not thinking a 4-pack or a 6-pack. Buy a 6-pack or buy a single of it, but don't expect it to taste like Oktoberfest. Don't buy it around Oktoberfest time.
So this was picked up at a place called the Beer Shop in Arlington, Virginia. It's about 5 minutes outside DC. So one cool thing they do there, they sell singles, but they also sell made 6-packs for a discounted price.
Okay.
So like, for instance, if Oktoberfest are hot, they'll pick the 6 or 8 best Oktoberfest from the store, they'll put them in that 6-pack, and then they'll sell that 6-pack as a whole with a discounted price.
Okay.
Great idea.
That is
Great
a good idea.
This
yeah.
came in that 6-pack. So did that Victory one we had earlier, which is
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
That one was really good, yeah.
But I love
Good
that
choice.
idea. I wish more stores did that.
Even if it wasn't super discounted, like if it was at regular price.
I think I paid $12.99 for the made 6-pack, which it would cost me way more if I would have bought them individually.
Yeah,
So,
normally if you buy a beer individually and make your own 6-pack, it's going to wind up costing you more.
as a reviewer, I don't mind as much because
No.
what am I going to do with the other 5 beers if it's awful? And quite frankly, the amount of beer that we have on the show, I would probably
Give it to
unless
somebody.
unless it's an 8 or higher, I'm probably not going to go back to that beer regularly. So
That's very true.
we'd be sitting. It's kind of like how we sit with seltzers because nobody tends to sell singles of seltzers.
We don't have boxes of seltzers sitting around at all.
Oh, they're everywhere.
That's just one of them.
So I'd skip this beer personally. I'd skip it.
Yeah.
I would like to try
I
some
can
other
see
Two
it.
Road stuff at some point if we get it. I know Kentucky's recently they're starting to relax their shipping and laws and all that on beer. So hopefully, we can start a beer of the month club or something.
That would be cool, yeah.
I know there's a few companies that reached out to us in the past.
It's good. I just question the naming on the beer. Just make it literally anything else.
Bananas and cloves, man, it's really strong.
The bananas are not real strong. I get a little bit of banana, but I worry that it's because you put the idea of bananas in my head.
I mean, you're used to having phallic things in your face.
Bananas.
In your head. That's an ongoing KBR. Not the phallic thing, the banana thing. That's also probably an ongoing joke, I'm sure.
When I'm not around, phallic things do happen around the premises.
I mean, I think that's only when Fuzzy's involved.
Anyways.
All right, well, that's been our episode. If there's something you'd like to see on the channel, you can leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm Special K.
And I'm Radar. Thanks for watching.